Well, we are blessed as NBA fans. The season is not over for another 3 days. We're getting a game 7. To be completely honest, as I'm recording this video, I've just got the game on my second monitor. It's 5 minutes left to go till the end of the game, but the Pacers are up 25 points. It's going to a game 7. Mark Daignault's emptied his bench. There's not a single starter in sight for the OKC Thunder. The game's over. And instant thoughts and reactions, the Pacers killed them. Like, the OKC had nothing going today. Outside of Shea in the first quarter, Shea and Jalen Williams in that first quarter looked like they come to play. It looked like they were actually going to put some sort of pressure on this Indiana Pacers team, even though it is at home at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and even though they, the odds were stacked against them to win this game, they looked like they were going to press for this entire 48 minutes. Was not the case. Shea, although he scored in the first quarter, also had 3 turnovers, and the turnovers killed them in this one. The 3-point jump shooting for OKC was just horrendous. Like, there was that third quarter stretch. By the way, that 4 minutes in the third quarter, if you watched any of that, you know what I'm talking about. The first 4 minutes of the quarter was some of the worst organized basketball. It was some of the worst organized basketball I think I've ever seen. At all levels. I had Lou Dort that took 3 jump shots that looked like were barely even going to graze the rim. One of them freaking airballed. Shea couldn't get anything. He was driving in, looking for fouls, doing his usual stuff, couldn't get them, wasn't scoring the basketball. You go onto the Indiana side of things, they're just chucking up 3-point jump shots. Miles Turner's taken late clock jump shots with it was terrible. It was, and Indiana Pacers being up 22 at this point, going into that third quarter, they could have done it all afternoon. They would not have cared at all whether or not, they were missing shots. It was just a matter of OKC missing their jump shots. If they're missing their shots, the game's over. And that's what ended up happening. The first person to score in that quarter was the Indiana Pacers, and from there it was all over. It went up to about 28 points, dropped back to about 20 at some point, and then by the end of the third quarter, Ben Shepherd hit a 30-footer, and it was a 30-point game, and it was over. Yeah, not a ton I can really say about this game. We've got Johnny Furphy minutes on, by the way. We've got an Australian playing in the NBA Finals, which is great to see. But anyway, Tyrese Halliburton, another person I have to commend so very highly. Calf strain, they were saying a lot of things pre-game, like your calf strains and stuff, you have to really worry about them because like KD did in 2019, blew his Achilles out because he was looking after a calf strain injury. He stayed out of the lineup for 2 weeks for Golden State, still came back and destroyed his Achilles. Tyrese comes back 3 days later and he looked really healthy. He looked healthy. He looked aggressive. The dude shot a 15-foot floater with his offhand. It was one of the most awkward things I reckon I've ever seen in basketball. But, hey, it went in. So, he was playing good basketball. Miles Turner defensively was just unreal. I can't really say the same thing about his offensive side of the floor because it was a lot to be desired. But defensively, Miles Turner played freakishly good basketball. TJ McConnell, another guy where his hustle is just, no matter what you say to TJ McConnell and no matter what you do to TJ McConnell, he is going to give you the same amount of hustle night in and night out. And that is why he is so crucial to this Indiana Pacers team. It is just incredible the stuff that he does on and off the floor. This team, I've said it time and time and time again, there is so many players on this team that are legitimately good basketball players. We've got James Johnson, who just checked into the game, by the way. Didn't think he was going to see a second of finals action, but here we are. Oh, this game 6, man, it really just had everything. Aside from OKC looking really uncharacteristic. I don't think I saw Chet, like I know he finished with 4 points in the end, but I don't think I saw Chet Holmgren score the ball. I don't think I saw Aaron Wiggins have any impact off the bench. Alex Caruso didn't even look like he was affecting Tyrese that much defensively. There was that one shot that you had on the right side wing where Tyrese shot a 30-footer because there was no contest from Alex Caruso, because to me it looked like he just got slightly lazy for that half second. And that half second, for majority of people who play in the league these days, is more than enough to get a good quality shot up. Yeah, game 7. I don't know who I pick. I'm going to be completely honest. I've tried to give predictions throughout this whole playoff series. My original playoff prediction was OKC were going to win in 5 fucking games. We're now going to a game 7. I don't really know what to say. These Indiana Pacers have just done time and time again so many different things and given so many different looks to these teams, and honestly, they're the team to beat. I'm going to be completely honest. The Indiana Pacers, I know we're going back to Paycom Center and the crowd's going to be roaring in OKC and all of this stuff, but they are going to build so much confidence, Indiana, from this game. It showed them, I mean, they know time and time again, like they've seen it throughout the whole playoff run. You get 70% of Tyrese Halliburton, you win the game. Because every time that Tyrese, I feel like, has scored more than 15 points. I know he had 14 today, but I'm rounding it off just to be nice. Every time Tyrese Halliburton scores 15 points, I reckon they've won every single playoff game. If we don't get more than 15 points out of Tyrese Halliburton, first of all, I'm putting Tyrese Halliburton on fraud watch. It's a game 7 of the NBA Finals. You have to be the best player on your team, like so many people say that you are. It all needs to go down. Like, I don't care if you do end up busting your Achilles in the fourth quarter. You need to go and do absolutely everything that your team requires of you to win this game. Pascal Siakam had one of probably the quietest games I reckon I've ever seen, but still ended up with like 14 rebounds and 16 points. Ridiculous performance from him. Benedict Mathurin, they got nothing out of him today, and they still won this game comfortably. Andrew Nembhard played a ridiculously good game. He continued to step up on the defensive side of the ball. On that Shea matchup, which is, ridiculous for a lot of people. Like, for him to have that offensive output that he has, and also go on the other end of the floor and guard up on Shea, who is their best offensive player, you got to respect it. Like, it is two-way basketball at its absolute finest, and there is not many players nowadays that will do it. Because a lot of the offensive weapons and offensive stars in today's NBA trying to hide themselves on offense. I mean, on the defensive side of the ball. Andrew Nembhard is the complete opposite of that. Andrew Nembhard, if he really wanted to, I reckon could run his own team at some point in time. He is that good of a basketball player. Having him on this roster to complement Tyrese and TJ as that three-guard tandem, unreal. Aaron Nesmith, good defense today in spurts. Had a couple of deflections and stuff, but Tyrese was honestly their main steal man today, which is ridiculous because the man's pretty much on one leg. But he was in every passing lane. They were getting lazy around him and he would just burst and get into the lane. It was incredible. So many good things to say about the Pacers, to be completely honest. But I'm going to end it here because we're 6 games into a series. I apologise, OKC fans. I missed Game 5, the J-Dub game. I know. I'm sorry. J-Dub had 40 points and now we're here. We're going to a Game 7. Nothing else matters. Realistically, we're going to a Game 7. Whoever wins this game, we're going to go back and then we're going to look at all the little things that happened on to why this other team lost. Because it's either we look back at game 1 and say Tyrese's jump shot was the reason that they won this game and the whole series, or we look back at game 4 and we say to ourselves, OKC won this series because... Hold on, I'm pretty sure I've just seen James Johnson. James Johnson just got ejected from the game. He's going back to the locker room. He played 3 minutes. Where we? I have no words. I'm gonna get out of here. Game 7. I'll be here. I will be here for a game 7. If I miss a game 7, I don't deserve to do any of this. I will see you guys in 3 days' time. I will take the other 2 days off just to prepare for this stuff. And then we've got to really start talking NBA draft and summer league and just off-season stuff. I'm going to find off-season stuff to do. We'll get involved. But game 7, here we come. I will see you guys then. Thanks, guys.